Hello, welcome to Screen Talk with yours truly, Nomfanelo Malloy. So, with this video, I want to talk about two stories that are similar but different, but revolve around the same topic, I would say. So, the first one I want to talk about is the Critics' Choice Award. So, that happened a few days ago. It aired, I believe, in the US on the E Network. In Canada, where I am, I was able to watch it on Crave, on the app through their live stream there. It was my first time watching the Critics' Choice Awards live because usually I would see clips on this, but yeah, the award show itself was okay. It was a bit of a mess, but okay. And there's a moment particularly that I want to talk about, which revolves around the best foreign language film. So I did previously wrote a blog post on this on Buy Me a Coffee. I'll leave a link in the description. So while I was watching the live broadcast, they announced during before the commercial break that The Secret Agent won Best Foreign Language Film, which I found is well deserved, of course. But so after I saw that during the live broadcast, I checked on Twitter to see, if people are talking about it. And apparently, I found out on Twitter that it was announced like less than an hour prior to that announcement. And also to the way that it was presented on the red carpet was just bizarre. So, found yet this tweet here by Spencer Althouse where he says, I absolutely hate that E is randomly announcing lesser Critics' Choice Award categories live on the red carpet, which is confusing every single winner because they think it's a bit. Here's a team from The Secret Agent finding out that they won Best Foreign Language Film.
Yeah. I have a very special surprise for you. Congratulations. What? The Critics' Choice Award for Best Foreign Language Film goes to The Secret Agent. Yeah? You're winners tonight, baby! Winner! Did you have any idea?
No.
You had no idea?
No.
Oh my God! Congratulations to you. Love the film, and we've got a lot more show to go here, so stay put. This is live for me, Critics' Choice.
Yeah, that was just bizarre. Now, I have heard before that with Critics' Choice, they tend to do this where they give awards, some certain awards, during the red carpet, which is off. I don't know if this is a timing thing, but if it's time, well, they could have shrank the red carpet to an hour. It did not need to be 2 hours. um, or just do like separate award shows because at least with the Grammys have way more categories than Critics' Choice, but at least they get it right by having two different ceremonies on the same day. So yeah, I don't know who made this call with Critics' Choice, but that was just bizarre. So initially I thought that it was they did this for the sake of time, but apparently not, I believe, because if you recall last year, um, they announced this category live with Emilia Perez with that garbage film. I've done my videos on Emilia Perez if you wanted to check that out. But yeah, when that movie won Best Foreign Language Film, that had all the time in the world to give their acceptance speech with that. So this was just disappointing to see here. And obviously, like in the comment section, people were sharing like their frustrations, essentially. And I found a few articles, people like talking about this. So here's one I found on Substack. This is translated by Google. It was originally in Portuguese. Bruno Carvalho, he wrote, Critics' Choice Awards, when the award is ours, but the party isn't. The U.S. Film Critics Association disrespects international cinema by relegating it literally to the carpet. So, yes, it talks about what happened on the red carpet, as I just mentioned. And I mentioned, yeah, it got more blatant when we remember last year that Emilia Perez by Jacques Audiard was announced as the winner in the same category on the main stage during the official broadcast. The change in treatment is evident. This kind of treatment exposes the hypocrisy of an industry that loves to portray itself as progressive and inclusive, but when push comes to shove, literally relegates international cinema to the dustbin of history. And this isn't just any film. The Secret Agent had already won two awards at Cannes, the most prestigious film festival, Best Director for Clever Mendoza Filho and Best Actor for Wagner Moura. Furthermore, the film has three Golden Globe nominations, an unprecedented achievement for Brazilian cinema. This decision, which seemed to be last minute to give screen time to K-pop Demon Hunters, a global phenomenon, could impact the film's Oscar campaign. Although the Critics' Choice Awards are not composed of the same voters as the Academy, the awards play a fundamental role in establishing a path to success and enabling the construction of narratives during award season. By relegating Clever's film to the red carpet, the association not only disrespected the film, but actively harmed its visibility at a crucial moment in the campaign. Later that night, Wagner Moura and Clever Mendoza Filho took to the stage to present Best Picture. Wagner took the opportunity to make a joke about the situation in one of the best moments of the ceremony. I mean, I agree. And yeah, when I saw this originally on social media, because after when they announced Best Actor, I just closed off the app and did stuff. But then later I saw that they were presenting Best Picture, which I think I think after what happened with the way it went down, like people of course shared their frustrations. Not just Brazilians, but a lot of people were sharing frustration on social media. Probably organizers, they probably got calls and decided, hey, let's just bring them up on stage to present this award. But I feel like the damage has been done. So yeah, bizarre with this whole situation. But yeah, it was funny. Like when he did the joke saying that, oh, we're going to present a Best Picture, which in Brazil is known as Best Foreign Film. I mean, that was just nice right there. And also to another article I'll mention here. This is by Zach Ahmed. It says the Critics' Choice Awards must show some more respect to international films or risk falling behind. It's 2026, and the major awards body is still struggling to understand how to treat their guests properly, which only makes audiences and artists alike to question their integrity. Um, Critics' Choice seem to be falling behind as the major voting bodies, including the Academy, become increasingly international focused in terms of film, with the Golden Globes gaining more respect in that regard. While Golden Globes was often known as a populist vote that would reward more mainstream picks, Critics' Choice tend to favor projections that would align with the Academy. That seemed to change after the revamp of the Golden Globes voting body after the 2021 scandal, exposing lack of diversity in ethics, including a more favorable view of international films and more representative voting system from the Globes, as seen last year with I'm Still Here, grew staggering momentum after Fernanda Torres won Best Actress against a mostly Hollywood lineup, or the fact Emilia Perez, which dominated nominations, that movie just crashed and burned. Um, and of course, controversy, not just with the Carlos Sofia Gascon stuff. And then Critics' Choice last year voted John Chu, who directed Wicked, and did not get a nomination for the Oscars, which I was not surprised. Even if choosing a Nora for Best Picture did result in an unexpected sweep for Sean Baker's latest film and for Mikey Madison to claim glory at the Academy, there's an increased sense of concern that CCA may be going through existential dilemma. As years go by and more voting bodies across Hollywood board express more interest and commitment to recognizing international films, CCA doesn't seem to get the memo. And then, of course, shares at the moment what happened here. And then also too during the telecast, other award shows were briefly mentioned, but the winners who were present in the room didn't even get a chance to go on stage to give their acceptance speech. I mean, that's just disrespectful. Particularly with the screenwriting categories, Ryan Coogler and Paul Thomas Anderson won for their films. And yeah, that was just bizarre. I don't know what the Critics' Choice was thinking, really. Um, But yeah, I'll leave a link to this article in the description here if you want to read it. But yeah, this was not good for the Critics' Choice, and I did find a few more responses I'll share on Instagram. So I found here a video by Just Say Rad. He is a member of Critics' Choice and shared his frustration on the situation here.
As Spencer Althouse on Twitter pointed out when he shared that video clip, the filmmakers behind The Secret Agent found out they won Best International Picture on the red carpet through the broadcast, right? So basically surprised that they weren't even part of the actual broadcast for the award. That in itself is pretty gross. What makes it so much worse is that, none of the international film contenders were nominated for Best Picture or Best Director at the Critics' Choice Awards. Okay, and we're talking about films like It Was Just an Accident, The Secret Agent. These are two of the best movies of the year. The Critics' Choice Awards, which has 10 Best Picture nominees, didn't make room for one of them. And on top of that, didn't even make room for their one category, the international film category, to be part of the broadcast. So as a Critics' Choice voter, I find this deeply upsetting. And I got to say, I'm actually looking forward to the Golden Globes Awards because that's where It Was Just an Accident and The Secret Agent are actually nominated for Best Picture.
I mean, love the shade right there, which I'll get to that momentarily. But yeah, because also too a dumb thing too, where so Sentimental Value that was nominated in Best Picture, but wasn't eligible to be nominated for foreign language film because apparently you can't be nominated for both, which is weird. But yeah, but I guess that left room for the secret agent to take it. But yeah, that was just bizarre for Critics' Choice to do that. And then I saw this response to last night. Um, Let me pause. So, Jay Bayona, who's a filmmaker, he shared his response to this, where he says, how awkward to see how at the Critics' Choice Awards, the award for Best Foreign Language Film is handed out between flashes, ambient noise, and indifference from everyone around. The director, who's barely allowed time to say anything, hadn't even been warned. The problem isn't the red carpet, it's the message, the idea that cinema in another language is happening outside the real spotlight. There are boundaries that should be marked with clarity and respect. Celebrating diversity does not consist in moving it to a secondary space, but in granting it the same symbolic place, the same solemnity, and the same dignity as the rest. Those of us who grew up loving cinema without a passport know that talent doesn't understand borders or languages, but it does respect. And that respect begins with how, where, and from which place the work of filmmakers in any corner of the world is recognized. I mean, yeah, that's right on point. Then I saw Edgar Wright. He commented here, "What is the Spanish word for lame?" Yeah, and then of course you have people, commenting on this, but yeah, CCA. I mean that whole thing disrespectful, and also too hilarious that when you look in the posts, in the comment section of their posts with Critics' Choice, people were just going off. So, for example, here, for the post with the win for The Secret Agent, one person says here, "What a curious choice to have Best Foreign Language Film presented without any respect on the red carpet. It seems to me that allowing foreigners to give speeches during the ceremony would be too much for an American award these days. We deserved a speech on the main stage. Congratulations to Brazil. I also wish more respect could have been given to Secret Agent by the organizer by announcing the win during the award ceremony. The Oscars will be better. Uh, you have censored Brazil, diminished our significance, and demonstrated clear bias and ethnocentrism by presenting our award off stage, denying us the opportunity to speak as was granted to others. It was a humiliating experience. However, the humble shall be exalted. Respect Brazil." I mean, yeah. I mean, no notes right there. But Also, too, I wanted to mention for the best picture win here for One Battle After Another. Best foreign picture collab. It's funny. More respect for Brazil. Why didn't they present the award for best international film on stage like the others? Best foreign film, nice. Or as we call in Brazil, best foreign picture. Respect Brazil. I mean, you get the gist here, but yeah, not good for the CCAs, obviously. So, and then the day after, so on Monday, I saw on social media that with the Oscars, they shared the list of the countries that are on the short list for the international feature film category. So they list all the names of the films and the countries here. And then with the image here, they shared film knows no borders, and then all the countries here, and then when the Oscars is going to air. Now, originally, when I first saw this, I didn't think anything of it. But then after I saw someone commented um, that this was shade towards Critics' Choice. I mean, yeah, it just made me appreciate it even more. So this person says here, confusion yesterday at Critics' Choice with Best Foreign Film Award seems to have echoed indeed. The Academy's profile suddenly recalled the international pre-list with the title Cinema Knows No Borders, and the Golden Globes giving prominence to the foreign nominees. Because also too, yeah, Golden Globes, they also shared that on the Monday, like a video with the nominees for the best what's it they call it, non-English language category. But yeah, I mean, it's really saying a lot without saying a lot, essentially. So yeah, they made it clear that that yeah, like they're not going to tolerate disrespect for international films, essentially. So, and yeah, also too want to mention, yeah, with IndieWire, they also did article talking about the situation. So I'll leave that link in the description. So that's pretty much it for story one. Now let's talk about story two. So earlier today, the nominations for the SAG, well, they're now called the Actors Awards, formerly the SAG Awards, were announced. And it was quite noticeable that international films were snubbed. Ay, ay, ay. So let me just bring up the article here from Variety. They say SAG's Actors Awards shut out Cynthia Rivio, Wagner Moura, and all foreign language performances in shocking snubs. Now, as for Cynthia Rivo, I was kind of like 50-50 on her either getting nominated or not. I was not surprised that she wasn't nominated, just given the competition in the Best Actress category. I was really pulling for Wagner Moore to get nominated. I figured, he's a SAG member and has worked in Hollywood movies and shows. I thought he would get in, but no. So let's just get into this article. Um, so it says, yeah, like other surprising snubs, including Dwayne Johnson for Smashing Machine, Sandler for Jay Kelly, and the entire cast of Sentimental Value. All foreign language movies and performances were shut out of the 2026 races, and perhaps the most shocking snub of all. So yeah, it talks about a review here. I'm just going to skip Wagner Moore, who won Best Actor at Cannes and is widely seen as frontrunner for Oscar nomination for Secret Agent, was also snubbed by Actor Awards. SAG after voting body is far more domestic than international makeup of the Academy's Actors branch, with nominations from the Globe's Critics' Choice plus a win from New York Film Critics Circle. Morrissey appears to remain a major contender going into Oscar nominations. And then talk about Adam Sandler for Jay Kelly. and then talks about the TV site. Mentions, yeah, the actor awards are voted on by a committee of 2,000 members, one for TV noms, one for film. Total voting body for the awards include 22,000 SAG-AFTRA members, the largest voting organization in Hollywood. For comparison, the entire Academy that votes on the Oscars is only made up of 11,000 members. Yeah, so and then I saw people responding to all this on social media, and people are pissed off. So I'll just share some of the ones that I saw here. So one person says here, sentimental value completely snubbed in acting categories. Wagner Moura, with one of the best performances of the year, was excluded. Actor awards made a clear display of favoritism, xenophobia, and laziness towards subtitled films. How sad. Um, the thing is that Hollywood was in a mess situation in 2020 with all the scandals, allegations. They tried to get eyes off them, so they gave awards to Parasite International Feature, and that helped them a lot. Now Hollywood realized that no one is this a continuation is interested in major Hollywood pictures anymore, and they regret decisions they made a few years ago. Now they're trying to get the spotlight on them again by putting their movies as favorites and by snubbing international features, the ones who saved them a few years ago. Yeah. Um, what else? There was more I saw. So yeah, this one says no Wagner Moura, no Renata Ransve, no Inga Ibstar Lilias, no Stellan Skarsgård, no Lee Byung Hung. They're SAG voters, and then this is from Bong Joon Ho's speech, I believe, at the Globes. Once you overcome the 1 inch tall barrier of subtitles, you will be introduced to so many more amazing films. I mean, yeah. Uh, let's see. Another one here. Remember when Parasite won SAG Award for Best Ensemble? Renaming them the Actors Awards has led to complete blanks for Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, No Other Choice, and the rest of international features. I cannot prove this, but it's absolutely related. I mean, possibly, but I wouldn't be surprised if that were true. And then I'll go back to this one later. Another person says here, SAG Awards or subtitles aren't good awards. Funny. No non-English language performance seems to have been nominated. Can these guys not read? This is truly embarrassing for them. I saw similar tweets like this. But it's just weird that they essentially excluded the films that I've mentioned. But if you remember last year, they were in love with Amelia Perez with that garbage film, like that it seemed like only the industry likes that one. And yeah, that's an international movie. So it seems like unless if it's a populous international movie or if it's under Netflix, perhaps, then you're not going to get nominated. That's what we're getting out of this. It's like weird. Hi, yeah, yay. And then yeah, this one made me laugh. real real and roll films tweeted SAG after voters, what kind of American are you? And commented here Wagner Moore's response in the movie. Yeah, the person is the fact he's saying this to Wagner Moore, who was snubbed, makes it all more ironic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's so funny. But yeah, and then I did saw someone shared Guillermo del Toro. He retweeted this tweet from Variety, but yeah, this is shameful, shameful. And going back to Instagram, so I saw in the comment section people are sharing their frustrations. Person says here, Inga, Renate, Wagner, Stellan, with all question marks. What can we really expect from an award show that in previous years overlooked Sandra Hüller in Anatomy of a Fall, Fernando Torres and I'm Still Here, and now Wagner Moura, along with many other outstanding international performances. The lasting impression is that America First remains the clearest message being sent to the global film community. There's simply no room for those who come from outside. All great performances, but I would love to see an unknown actor award series at these awards, something like music does Best New Artist. Obviously, they wouldn't be a new actor, but already relatively unknown in our industry, something to prop up and promote from within. Sentimental Value shutout is unbelievable. Yeah, I was surprised when Sentimental Value was shut out, but then I thought, again, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, that the movie did shade Netflix, and since this award show is under Netflix, maybe that's partly why it was shut out. I mean, just a thought there. Uh, this person says, this award season's pissing me off, seriously. Subtitles are too scary for you? Uh, let's see, talk to Cynthia. GIF. Uh, any more? Other countries exist besides America and England. Let's see. This award show's a joke. Learn to read captions at once. Yeah, I mean, you get the gist here, what people are saying here. Yeah, people are upset. And also, too, if this makes you question the legitimacy of some of these, with, in particular, with Critics' Choice and with now the Actors Awards. Because if you remember, last year with SAG, they matched two out of the four acting wins with the Oscars, but BAFTA, they got four for four with the Oscars. So I think it seems like, again, maybe like this year, who knows, maybe it could be way off or more in line with either or. But I would say watch out for BAFTA, because it seems like as years go by, they seem to be more in line with the Oscars, even though at times the BAFTAs will do their own thing because it is a British award show. But yeah, this is not great at all. So that's pretty much what I had to say on both topics here. Just messed up that international films, being snubbed in ways by both award shows. And yeah, it just makes you question how relevant those award shows in particular are, and if they're really, and is there going to be change in the future, or if things are going to go downhill from here. We'll have to wait and see. As of the time of recording, I have not seen either organization's comment on this. I doubt that'll happen, but who knows. So let me know in the comment section what you think about all of this stuff. If you want to support me, you can visit buymeacoffee.com/numphymalloy, where you could donate and also to look at exclusive posts there. Also, too, I have a community tab on YouTube on my channel. So if you subscribe to the channel, feel free to leave comments there as long as it's under community guidelines. And if you want to follow me on social media, my links are in the description. So I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to catch you on the next one.